Page 42, Country Gardens. I think this and the next few pieces we're going to be in the key of D major. 2 sharps. Just make sure you're doing the D major scale. You know, 1 octave up and down, just work on that scale. Let's look it over. Common timer 4/4 time. 2 sharps, we already know, D major. We got 1/8 notes and quarter notes and a few dotted rhythms. Don't see any problem there. Let's cover 1 hand at a time because we are moving around a little bit. Here, to start, don't forget the C sharp. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And then cross over. This is the fingering for the D major scale. You should be the, but stay there. The 1 and 2. During the rest, you come back up and do it again. Last line, well, you're down here. It's not here, but here. You want 3rd finger on the G. 1, and then 3rd finger. We just changed hand positions. Got it? Left hand's primary chords. 1 chord, 4 chord, 5/7 chord. Isn't that fun? Let's put the hands together. Well, the first 2 measures, right hand by itself. And then the 3rd measure, you're here. Okay? Don't see a lot of problems in putting the hands together. So you go through all that, and then go back through and get rid of the hesitations, and we add in the articulation. We're going to lift up. It's like taking a breath between the slurs. Just like a breath. Of course, when you have a rest, you have to lift up. Okay. The left-hand chords, just connect them as best you can. You can't, but do the best you can. Then the dynamics, that applies to the melody. Moderately loud, MF, mezzo forte, sort of loud, up. It's a happy piece. These chords need to be soft. When you get down to the last line, F-P. Oh, that's fun. Well, the last line is surrounded by repeat signs. You're going to play it twice. Well, the first time you play it loud. Whatever you think loud is, keep the chords soft. And when you repeat it, you're going to echo that. It's soft. The left hand has to be very soft. Now, that's sort of the dynamics. Of course, you can read them as well as I can. I just want to make sure you understand them. Speed depends on the mood. I mean, it has to be accurate. So what can you do accurately? You go through and find the hardest part in it, wherever it is, and what can you do that accurately, and that's your speed, really. But this can be a happy piece. Ask you a question on the page, is this 2 or 3 part form? And that's where you got to go figure out where the sections are, because each section is a part. Well, there's no introduction, there's no coda. So we're dealing with section A and B and maybe a section C, I don't know. So we look it over. Well, you find the first, you think 3 lines, 3 parts. No, a line does not have to be a part. A part can start anywhere. It can start in the middle of a line. So a section, I should say. A line does not have to be a whole section or something. Sections and lines don't go together. In a lot of these method books, they do, but that's not intended that way. So you think, okay, 3 lines, 3 sections? No. If you look at the first two lines, they're the same, so that would be one section. It's the same melody. It's both lines, so that's one section. But when you get to the bottom line, that's a different melody. That's a different section. So the first two lines are one section, the last line is another section. You think, okay, two parts. No, look a little deeper. At the end of this last line, there's a D, C, Al fine. It sends you back to the beginning again, so you do the first two lines again. Well, first two lines is section A, the last line section B. Now we're going to go back and do section A again. So it's an A, B, A. 3 sections is what it is. So it can be tricky. You just got to take it one section at a time and then follow all the repeats and DCs and all that junk to go find out what the whole thing is. I'd like to play it with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. We're not performing it here, we're just checking notes and rhythms. I'm going to do both hands about the same. We're going to do the repeats and the D, C, Al fine and the whole bit. So I'll give us 4 counts. Now let's try it slowly together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2. Rest.